Welcome back everyone to Pinetopia. I am back here in my village next to a little enclosure that I made for myself that includes some chests and a bed and a furnace and all that stuff. I've decided to do this because I tried plopping a bed in the middle of the village and a villager snatched it from me just before I went to sleep. Now, I later found out that the reason for this is because there are too few beds here. There are only 4 naturally generated beds in this village, and there were at least 6 villagers here. Now, unfortunately, one of them, because there was no bedroom, decided to wander off. So I am down to 5 villagers, which includes, I believe, 2. Alright, there's our grindstone. Where villagers haven't arrived for work yet, apparently. So we have 2 smiths, 2 farmers, and a Fletcher. It looks like the Fletcher is heading in. They're all maybe getting ready to go to their various jobs. Now I decided to put a little stone cutter here just in case I could try to get a mason if I can get extra villagers to pop up. And we also, of course, have this furnace here. Ouch! I did have an armor smith, but the armor smith is the one who disappeared. So we do have that little challenge there. Now I thought today, one of the things I want to do is to do some trading. Actually, these guys are, this is a weaponsmith, alright. He's iron axe and an iron sword. Yeah, all I need are some, of course, some emeralds. And to get emeralds, I'm going to have to trade with the villagers. To help with that, I went coal mining. And we are going to see if wait a moment. Do I have any villagers that accept coal? Now, see, this one is... Now, he has no coal trades. He's a farmer. If it was the weaponsmith who had the coal trade, I'm not the weaponsmith, I mean the armorsmith who had the weapon trade, then I'm in trouble. Oh, speaking of which, where is the other weaponsmith? Now, he had no excuse for going wandering off this time because I plopped down 4 extra beds. But that's not going to do in the long term because I need an indoor place to have. I need to build a dormitory. So that'll have to be my first build that I do in this village, is to build a dormitory, put plenty of beds there, and then I should be set. Now I think he wants sticks, right? Hello. We need 32 sticks. That's a lot of sticks for 1 emerald, but there's our first trade of the season. And I have 1 emerald, and we are starting to get him up, but I'm just going to try to get a lot of wood, turn those into sticks, and I'll be fine. But where is the other weaponsmith? This isn't good. Where did they go? I'm gonna need a better way to track these guys. Right? Right? What I noticed is a little something that someone told me once, and that was that if you hold out something, they will show you what they could potentially give for them. Though, of course, I have only 1 emerald, so he's certainly not going to sell me a sword or an axe for 1 emerald. Oh well. What I do want to know is where the other smith is. I don't know. What I'll have to do is wait for the evening to come, I guess, when they all gather together and see what's happened. But looks like somebody is picking off our villagers. Because I may have lost another one. Yeah. Maybe they don't trust those outdoor beds, so I'll have to really get that dormitory made pretty quickly. Now, the other thing that I have is where is he? Down this way? Ooh, Did I also lose the golem? Oh, no, there it is. There you go. Look at my wonderful iron golem. Way down here. Actually, there's no way in the world he's going to get up there, is it? Is there? Look at this. He's just slowly, oh. Oh, there's a drown there. Well. Alright, he is protecting us from drowned. Thank you. Unfortunately, I really need the protection up here. And he's no longer in a position where he can get back up. Right? I have to see if I could build a stairway that the golem could use to get back up, because right now in this position he's not going to. And it'd be nice to have the golem in the village. What's it doing in the water in the first place? Ah, I found my other smith. Oh, iron sword. Oh, yeah, that's right, the guy with the vein of arthropods. Alright. There we go. Well, I should be able to at least... And that is all he could do until he goes back to work for a little while. But that'll give me 8 emeralds at least. Alright. You're on break now. At least I didn't lose him. Now, one of my efforts here to get him to use, rather than hanging out here, to go to the other set of beds, is I'm going to cut that down, and maybe, just maybe, they will go to down to where I put all those beds. Here, down this way, beds. Here. Oh my goodness gracious, it's dark here. I'm gonna have to take care of that. Whew. I think this would be the best place to put our dormitory. Right over here. Right now the priority is to get a place for the villagers to sleep. Then I can worry about things like perhaps, well, maybe not immediately worry about getting the population up, but I might want to see if I get a couple of the villagers to change their profession. Obviously not the toolsmith that I just promoted, since they can only change profession before they're promoted. There you go. And if I decide that I might want to build a village somewhere else, then I could always try to get enough emeralds to get a bell and then buy the bell, since that would be nice. There you go. Now I want to clear out this spot because I figured this is the best place for the little sleeping area. Now is this it for there? No, we just want to get rid of this also. And besides, this will also give me some more wood where I could get some more sticks, and some more sticks means I could get more emeralds from the Fletcher. So I figure a stick trade would be nice, and maybe the Fletcher will be able to sell me a bow at some point, right? Assuming that the Fletcher can also work as a bowyer. These guys seem to be really anticipating the finishing of the dormitory. Look at they're all over the place studying. Yeah, I know. They're just gossiping next to the bell, but it looks like they're getting all anxious for the new sleeping quarters. That's nice to hear. Of course, it could be that some of them are doing that because they think, oh, maybe I could get a private bed now if some of the others take the dormitories. I'm basing this build on the style in the rest of the village, so I'll see how much I can imitate. And I'm not much for using cobblestone builds, but I'll see what I can do about this, see if I can try a roof of this style. It's not my usual style, I admit, but I figured they'll feel at home, and I'll just do that as the first build, especially since I do want them to find a nice safe place to sleep. Then I could worry about doing other little tweaks to it and something more my own style later on, after they get comfortable with me going around building stuff like this. We have our basic walls now. We still have to worry about the roof, of course. And I have the beds in here now, so at least they have beds. They can get in and out. He's already claiming a bed, it looks like. So I'm sure he'd love to actually have a ceiling over a ceiling over his head, but there's only so much I can do at once. Is the glass complete? Okay, good. At least I could also get some glass in here. And how's that going along? I might be able to finish that just before the night hits. I know it's night, I guess, when the first villager is asleep inside. Yeah, I'm sure a villager will pop in here and probably vainly look. Yeah, here he goes. Alright, he's asleep, so nighty night. I wonder if you're underground, do the villagers still follow the proper clock? Maybe an interesting thing to try. Maybe it could be a way in which to keep track of the day-night cycle. Now, if that were true, what would happen if the villagers were in the nether? An interesting thought. Let's have some torches here so we could have this place lit up. I think that'll be enough for now. Good. Now I need to get a roof. Now for the roof, as you can see, we have the logs here. So we'll have the first, actually I might as well place down the, am I even capable of doing that? Probably will have to, oh. Well, let's do that for now, and see what happens if I try to place down the logs like this, because I want it to go in that direction. Yeah. And then I could go all the way out like this. Oh. It would have been easier to start the other side, because I already had a little thing to lean on. There you go. Get rid of that. And then I could just head up from there. It's always tricky getting the first one out, because before I get the first one out, I think it's going to want to go the other way, right? Oh, that's right. You just place one there, place it, and then take it back. Duh. But I'll occasionally have a misplaced. I think a little texture variation may be able to help. I'll have to wait until I get to the jungle so I could get some of that mossy cobble that they have here. A few vines. Well, either a swamp or a jungle should be able to get me some of that. And once I do that, I could make some mossy cobble, be able to help that. I also add a little overhang in the front to make it a little bit less rectangular. So I think that this will do as our little sleeping quarters here. And I think it's a way to get started on the building of this. Now, I think I would like something prettier than torches to put up on the top. I'm wondering what's the best way of handling that. Now, of course, here they have dark roofs all over the place, which is something that has me a little concerned, of course. I have to light them all up, but I want to make sure I have something decent looking before I start going around doing that. Perhaps put some cobble fence posts all over the place and use them. That can at least decorate it, make it look like we have chimneys or something like that. An idea. Here's our little map of our village so far. our little new dormitory here and everything else. Unfortunately, it cuts off just before doing the northern part. Right now, I want to go west because I believe there is a swamp out in that direction where I can get some mossy stuff and maybe even a jungle to get some scaffolding. So I'd like to go and confirm this. And if we do, we can be set here. Now, what do I have? Yeah, I do have. I have shears. I have this. I want to have the bucket because I would like to get some milk along the way. Because once I have some milk, actually I might as well put the map here because I don't want that to get lost. Anything that I would really be upset about losing, I should leave behind. I don't think I have anything else that's critical here. I think I'll be needing a boat, so let's go out and take a little trip out to the west. Do I have a bed with me? Yes, I do have a bed with me. Good. That way I can get some sleep and not have to worry too much about stuff. Let's head out. Go west, young pine. Into the waters. Actually give me a chance to actually explore what if there's any interesting stuff in here. Well, that was weird. Looked almost like the shape of a huge ship, even though there isn't one here. Or it looks like that, yeah, you can go a little bit too fast for the land generator when you go by boat. Alright, I think I did hear somebody mention a little quirk like that with 1.14. But now we'll just get to the other side. Actually, let's try around here. See how far we have to go before we can get to anything interesting. That's the problem is you run to maybe I shouldn't do too much in the water. You go too fast. Whoops, 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 whoops. At least by going west I'll be able to see a sunset if it happens. Ooh, cornflowers. Not that it's going to do me all that much good seeing that I already have some lapis, so I could always get blue dye that way. But it's a new dye that I don't generally have at the moment. Now, nope, maybe that swamp is further away than I thought. Oh well, that's the way it always is, isn't it? Actually, this is going to turn into a bit of a floral paradise. Might be a good place to come if I ever need any dyes or something like that. Something to keep in mind for the future. I have found a swamp, and that means it's time to get shearing. Yeah, I do have them here. Good. Been really silly if I came all the way here and didn't get, but I could do this, get some mossy cobble and use that. Replace some of the regular cobble with this. Probably also set up a little vine farm, which seeing that a vine farm is probably the easiest farm you could do in this game. Just put a vine anywhere and those things will grow. Like vines, they just love to grow all over the place. Really don't need to give them encouragement. There you go. That should be enough of that for now. I also apparently picked up a couple of leaves while I was at it. Now, anything else I need to do? Well, pick up my bed, then to head out and see if I can find a jungle nearby. Ah! A jungle! Now, of course, the real thing I need to find in there is some bamboo. So finding the jungle might turn out to be the easy part. Finding the bamboo might be the tough part. Especially considering that sometimes, well, this one doesn't seem to be a very dark jungle yet. But when you get into the depths of it, it gets pretty dark and pretty deadly. Oh! Ha 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 ha! First thing I find is a bamboo shoot. Wow. Actually, I might as well pick up some cocoa beans while I'm here also. Alright, good. Actually, let's try this. Whee! That should give me enough for some scaffolding. 10. Actually, there you go. And let's try this. Good. Actually, might as well also pick up some jungle wood while I'm here, just in case it could come in handy for anything. Not that I'm likely to be using it all that much, but I'm here. So, let's see, that is... right. New type of wood, jungle wood. Let's see, so now I have a... what type of woods have I found so far? I have found some... oh, hold on, is that cocoa? Yes, this is cocoa. Good. Alright, that is 6 of those. Perfect. Now just gain a little bit of this, and I think I should have what I need. Now, of course, if a couple of saplings fell, I wouldn't argue against it, though I'm not too sure about growing jungle wood, jungle trees next to all those villagers, but we'll see. There you go. Now, I'll probably just collect a little bit more, and anything else I'll be needing other than that? Well, if I found a panda or two just for giggles, but I suspect that's not going to happen anytime soon. I have never thought of jungle trees as being one of the easier ones to chop down, but just climb up a vine, get to the top, and bring your way down. I don't think I'd ever thought of doing that to a jungle tree before. Nice idea. I managed to make it back to the village in one piece. I've planted a little bit of bamboo over here in hopes that it'll grow nice and tall. That means I'll just have to collect some... oh, hello. Oh, that's not good. Well, I certainly stayed up a little bit too late last night. Let's make sure that there are no villagers that are in danger. Ooh, because that would be bad if something happened to one of them. You okay? Good. You okay? Good. Alright, that was a close one. Yeah. Well, I'll have to take a census. So for the next episode, I'll make sure that everybody is alright, that none of my villagers got killed in that little incident. Then I need to find some string to go with that bamboo to make some scaffolding. And on top of that, I'm going to need to... what else do I need to do? Oh, yes, of course. Make some mossy cobblestone, which is the reason why I came here in the first place. But first I'm going to grow a little bit more of these vines so that I could have plenty of mossy cobblestone in the future. But that's it for today. We return next time with our next episode in Minecraft Pinetopia.